Hey guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Well, last time we continued our long exploration of, well, technically the second long dungeon on the same planet. They've really given us the workaround on trying to get our visa all set up. And, well, in 3B here, we've got a treasure chest over here we should pick up, containing a Dragon God skull. And there's one other chest on this section of the floor before we head on up and try and find the rest. Cleaner Bobs. These guys you can find in most places of this area. They're not like the most challenging enemies to take out. They fall down pretty fast. They're not too difficult, and you find them pretty much everywhere, though 3A is probably your best bet if you're looking for them. The Type J enemies, can I find the door? Hard to find doors when you're looking at the wrong screen. Now, this treasure chest is relatively well hidden because, well, there's no reason to kind of head over there. Speaking of the Type Js, we've found a few of them here, as well as the Type Ks. The Type Ks are quite rare. You guys doing anything? Okay, somebody heal me because I'm the only one doing damage here. Block. Ow. I blocked one. I did not block two. Nothing. I call bullshit. Alright, we got the factory key. This one obviously is very important. We need this one in order to proceed. But yeah, the Type J guys, you're going to find them kind of a lot of the time with other enemies. So when you're just hunting for them, it's not really the best bet. I would kind of, like the way that I've done it here, I think I still need to kill a few more of these guys. I'm going to go to the save point here and refresh my APs, so just finish those off that way. The way that I found them is, well, I was looking for some of the Type Yellow, or the yellow and the green guys there. Get out of the way, Steve. Come on. All right, here is the elevator. But yeah, I found them kind of where I was saying at the end of the last episode I would be going, which was around Dr. Picacchio's lab. For some reason, that's kind of the place where I tend to find the Type J guys, as well as the yellow bolt. I was trying to jump, but it did not work. That's fine. The type or the yellow bolts and the green bolts tend to occur around there as well. So that's kind of your go-to spot if you're hunting for those. Now you see the question mark over there, so let's... Where are we going? I don't think I want to go there yet. Yes, I want those treasure chests before we go, so I need to wait for this to come back. I believe those are the only things in here. The problem with this is that is 100% the problem with this. You try and go, the thing moves, it moves you, and you have to line up for some stupid reason. You have to line up exactly with this little tiny hole, even though the animation shows you jumping far above the area where that should matter at all. I don't understand. Why, video game? Why do you do these things to me? Okay, take two. I don't know why you have to line it up so damn specifically, but I guess you do. So we get more lube and another mimic. There's no real point in... Ow. That hurt. There's no real point in bothering to trying to fix a drop here. It doesn't matter enough. We got Illusion Sword. We can finish these guys off real fast. And the Lapis Lazuli is not rare enough that I'm going to go out of my way to try and farm it at this point in the game. Earlier in the game, maybe. All right, let's go over to the other side here. And I believe that's all of the items in here. We need to get the factory key, so hopefully you picked it up down below, because you need it in order to get through. I don't know why they put the keys so close by. Seems kind of weird that way. Let's see here. So yeah, we did not get all of them. There's actually one treasure chest over there. So let's go grab that. We have access to 2 doors, one right there, and stop moving the damn camera. I don't know why it does this, but I'm not even touching the camera. It wants you to go where the movement is going instead of where the character is facing. It's kind of annoying, especially on those platforms. Tachyon motors. They're a rare item. Go this way. This one is locked. Fine, and it doesn't... Some of them are weird. Like, they don't even have to be locked. There's no reason for that to be locked because it leads to the same area that the direction we can actually go will take us in the same hallway. We can literally go unlock it from the other side, but for some reason they lock it off. I don't know why. I guess they just want you to wait around for these platforms to move around over and over and over again. That's one of the reasons, like with the moving camera, that makes making that jump so difficult. It's not that bad, to be honest. It's just, it's tedious enough because the camera force rotates on you and it makes it difficult. Hi, you look like the enemies I've been fighting all along. You guys gonna do anything or are you just gonna stand around there? I think they're gonna stand around there. So let's go this way. And I will prove my point. One of them anyway. At least this area looks a little bit different. The one thing, well, there's type J. That will help. I will, you know what? There's 5 of them. Let's see if I can get a good drop out of this. Anything decent? Yeah, I'll take it. I got 1 of each there. Only took me, 20, 30 seconds. It's worth it. Why not? Save me having to do a bunch of other battles later. Now, this is what I was talking about a moment ago. This is the door. It is shut tight for now. It literally leads right back into the area we were just in. They have locked this door for no particular reason, and it's just locked. We have access to it. Why can't we just go through? Kind of weird. I'm skipping these guys. I don't need to fight them anymore. I have more than enough of these guys. So we run from them. All right, we'll turn on fast forward since all the halls, well, other than the fact that we just lost all the mechs everywhere, they kind of look the same. All right, we'll do your voodoo dance. Steve, get out of my way. I'm trying to kill things. And we get a toy box. And after swapping equipment around, we have almost done it. We're right at the end. Here's the last save point of the area. In time to take out these guys. I don't think it said without using abilities. Perfect. There's some more items there. There's some more healing. Now I'm just going to fill out the rest of this map here. All right, we finished off the rest of the map there, so we should be all good to go. Fought a couple of battles, nothing too major. One of the things I wanted to talk about before we go on is the fact that I need to do some combining. So let's do that. While we're combining, we'll talk about some of the other enemies that we had around here that Okay, I don't have that one done yet, so we'll do this one. That's fine. The want to pair, what was it? The knockout hands and the dynamite hands. Want to do both of these, and the other kind of enemies that we can run into: the oiler, the shock gem, and kind of the max. You can find them pretty much all everywhere. We get omega hands for doing this. And one of the things about that is the max enemies are not outside of the 2 scripted battles at the start of the area. So you'll find them more as you go on, but as you saw with what I've managed to accomplish here, you're going to find more than enough of them to that's not going to be a problem. All right, and here we have the Forest Runner Bow and the Ocean Explorer Prime. I'm going to pair those 2 together. And last but not least for this area is the Type K, the shielded Type J lookalike. The primarily, get a Gale Bracer bow for that, by the way. We want to pair the Mud Dragon Hatchet and the Hermit's Hatchet Prime. Well, they're both Prime, but this one I believe is outside my level. But the Type K enemies are primarily found... yes, I still want this. I still have another weapon to use, so I will be fine. But yeah, the Type K enemies are either going to be on the bottom floor of the assembly line. For doing that, we get Babylon's Hatchet, level 31 requirement.
That's what I call a masterpiece.
So we will have to keep using the other one for the moment until we get another level for her. And let's just make sure everyone is actually equipping weapons that they can use for the moment. Let's swap that there. And yeah, we can't use this one yet. We are still too low. Hopefully you are at least level 28 and can use that. And what do you got? A couple... Yeah, so I have to work on that before I can do anything else. And I do have one more new weapon to work on with you after that, so that's good. But yeah, the Type Ks are found after we finish off with the area here. It's actually in the room where that star is after the events that take place in there. The other place is the assembly room floor, which is what this section here is, and specifically on the bottom. You're not going to run into them on the top. I think you can still get encounters on the top, but for some reason they don't serve as a main encounter that way. All right, with that being said, let's make sure we save up here before we move forward. And what do we have in the mainframe room?
Huh? Oh, you're here already?
We've got you cornered, Jupis Tukey.
You can't run from us!
Awfully persistent, aren't you? No sweat, though. I might just have a little trump card here. Here's Jonny!
I can't argue with the reference. Been forever since I've seen that movie. I probably saw the most recent time most recent version I saw a take on that story was probably the old
the trump card, all right.
the old Simpsons Halloween of Horrors or whatever the hell those were called. I haven't watched The Simpsons in like 5 years. I stopped watching. I don't know if it's any good anymore.
It's showtime!
Oh, by the way, giant robot, you know, RPG, par for the course. We know how this works.
I won't go easy on you. We're talking 1,000,000 volts of pure power. Here we go, Jonny!
Your voice is grating. All right, you saw that. No damage. Step back. Everybody run away. Yeah, it's a real fun fight, I know. This is timed, and those can hit you. Run away from you. Basically, the entire part of this fight is to dodge his damage, set everyone to stand back so that they don't take damage. Ow. And try and avoid the shots that come in from all over the place. Yeah, the camera does not listen. The camera always wants to relocate itself back to in front of the character in the direction that they're looking. It's kind of irritating. I wish they would just let me put the camera where I want it to be and then piss off and leave it alone, but the game does not like me.
This is never gonna work.
Like it? It's my landmark invention, a barrier system using time-space energy. Your feeble girly man attacks have absolutely no effect on it.
Damn.
Joster!
Dr. Piccaccio?
What? Dr. Piccaccio?
The overly
I'm very
anime
impressed,
reaction.
Your research into space-time energy has come a long way, but the time has come for you to step back.
But that can't be!
Excellent. It worked.
Joster! There you go. Use it just like I showed you.
Thanks.
That's our Dr. Piccaccio. Thank you so much.
And we obtain the barrier break shot. The barrier break shot, as the name implies, it breaks barriers. Just a thought, that might become a mechanic going forward. So, yeah.
Using new weapons, that's not fair!
How is that not fair? You brought a fucking robot out of the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so yeah, barrier break shot. First things first, we need to swap equipment. For some reason, and it's probably a nice thing on the part of the game, is it defaults the barrier break shot, I think, almost no matter where it is in your inventory, to the first slot. Because if you're changing your sub-weapon going forward, it's probably the change to this. So we get that set up. We take a shot. Ow. Again, I'm going to show off the hard way of doing this first, and then we'll nuke the boss after to show you how easy it can be if you have the right setup. Let's have everyone start up here. Now, you might not have protection level 2, but you'll probably have at least protection. Even level 2 isn't really that hard to get at this point, so I'm going to employ that. Basically, leave the barrier break shot on. Your ranged damage is going to be dog shit in this fight, so don't even bother to use your gun for anything other than just attacking. All right, once you hit half health,
That makes me so mad!
we get a cutscene. And he throws a temper tantrum, like a child. In that form, he does reestablish his barrier,
Did it!
Let's finish this, Jaster.
so make sure to break it again if necessary.
So naive! I still have an ace up my sleeve. Jonny! Switch into Super Deluxe mode!
What is this, Power Rangers now? How come they always have a different mode? Oh, now we get the robot DX.
My fury's like a big bang! I'll take care of this once and for all!
How can your fury be like something that small going, yeah, whatever. It's a figure of speech. Let him do what he wants. All right. First things first, protection. You'll notice his HP is jumped up. He is going to have pretty much all the things we've seen so far, plus a new ability that can basically nuke you in one shot, even if you have full HP. It kind of sucks, and we'll get mad when it happens. But by the way, I forgot to mention it. He is weak to lightning. He has that barrier in the, I guess technically the third form here. He no longer has the barrier. You kind of saw it break in the cutscene there. So don't worry too much about the barrier, but again, don't swap your gun to anything else unless you're working on something, because it doesn't do any damage. Just make sure you don't waste your shots, because you'll always want to, or typically you don't want to waste your shots with the barrier break, because you want to have it up to break whoever happens to have a barrier at any given time. But anyway, let's set up the that there. He will fly around a lot. He has that one attack there that's annoying. He'll have this attack, which can inflict fire and does a boatload of damage. Let's just use a tri-heal there. This is the attack there. That, if you're not guarding, can do crap loads of damage. I've had it one-shot Jaster when he had full health. That's what I did in between while I was fighting a few battles there. I came in here and did a retest run to double check to make sure that everything was good. Ow. Yeah, he likes to fly around a lot. It's not the most fun fight we've ever had. He has a decent amount of HP. And we take a lot of damage. So basically, it's all down to physical attacks, as you can kind of see here. Guard when possible. When he's doing that, he's activating the weapons on the sides there and causing them to shoot. So yeah, you're going to need to do a bunch of healing in this fight. Basically, trying to stay below him is your best bet, because then he will miss you a lot of the time. So if you kind of go up beside him, you'll take additional hits that you otherwise wouldn't take. One more try heal. We're almost there. See, because we're down below him there, that's the only reason we're surviving that attack. So placement is key. Now, let's nuke the crap out of this guy. Okay, I've cut the first stage of the fight since you're not actually doing anything and it's not going to change at all. I'm just going to run around in circles. And as you can see, I took a whole bunch of damage in the process of doing that. Change our sub-weapon here. Video game? Where'd he go? All right, so we break him. Warrior God's Cry. And Illusion Sword. And we'll throw protection up just in case. And yeah, as you can see, the process goes a lot faster this way. So next thing, let's actually turn on the other characters so that they can... Yeah, see, there you go. There's the one shot. I told you it can happen, and when it does happen, it kind of sucks, but just do note that, yeah, he can indeed one-shot you, and he does suck. All right, protection. That's not what I meant to do. All right, Illusion Sword. But yeah, the boss fight does not last all that long there if you're doing things that way. Let's just heal you up real quick. And there you go. Easy enough. As I've said before, the drops are always going to be the same on a boss fight.
You certainly didn't make it easy for us.
The first time.
I'm sure you'll understand if you let me explain.
Huh. It's a little too late for that.
Come on, just hear what I have to say. It's a hard story to tell and a hard one to hear. You'll probably think I'm so pitiful.
Fine. Out with it.
Don't let him talk.
Don't rush me.
You're annoying.
Anyway, I work for Datron, or did before I was fired. I was the lead researcher on time-space energy.
Okay, we're going to stop once again. In his original video that he sent that we saw when we were talking to Mio, he was saying something about his wife leaving him. And everyone else has said that it's something about him being fired. I think some of that dialogue was like from an earlier cut before they changed the storyline or something. I don't know what's going on. Did I mishear it before? Am I the one who's crazy? I'm probably crazy. We're going to ignore this and continue with his grating voice.
Know anything about that? It's a theory about an unlimited energy source that can solve the galaxy's resource problems. For us researchers, it's like a never-ending romance. I was one step closer to a breakthrough.
Good morning. So, Jupis, you've been up all night working too?
Yeah, you too? Oh, we'll need a full week of sleep to make up for all this. Ugh.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just happy to have this opportunity to work with the chief. Huh? Jupis, is this what I think it is?
Pretty soon. I just need to solve this equation and it'll be complete.
So we're almost finished. The truths of the universe are about to be laid bare. With this data, becoming the ruler of the universe is no longer just a dream.
You did what?
And all of my data was destroyed. That's when Datron fired me.
I see. So it was your assistant Tony who caused the accident. And now you're trying to get them to hire you back?
No, not at all. This is revenge. That accident was all part of Datron's plan. They wanted that data all to themselves.
Then why
got
did they
Tony to
destroy
play his
it?
role in bringing me down. You've got to believe me. Oh!
You've acted like nothing but a villain. Why would I believe you now?
I knew I could count on the Desert Claw, but I still can't believe you caught Jupis this quickly. All right, Jupis Tukey McConnell, you're coming with us. You have a Datron inquest to attend.
Oh, so now you're going to take me to court, huh? Forget it. I'm not standing for any fake trial.
If you come clean now, we can lighten your punishment.
No way! You want the death penalty, and I don't want to die. All I wanted to do was recover all of my research. So, this means... I guess I have no choice!
I can't see.
Smoke bomb.
That rat!
Over there!
Well, all you had to do was check any of the doors. There's only limited ways of him getting out.
I won't let you catch me! Adios, amigos!
That guy is unbelievable.
He has nowhere to run. I've dispatched soldiers to all likely locations. It's only a matter of time before we get him.
Phew. So that's that then.
Dr. Picacho, if you wouldn't mind, could you please restart the mainframe for us?
Of course. Please, come to my office. Everything should be fine now. It seems that Jupis has not lost his pride as a scientist after all. The mainframe computer hasn't been harmed one bit.
I see. That's excellent news, Doctor. We owe it all to you, Desert Claw.
Sure.
Now, about that reward. Let's see. How would you feel if I gave you this Picacho factory?
Huh?
You mean you're going to use my factory again? What's going on, Star?
You've had plenty of time to rest by now, Doctor. I think it's time to forget about the past and return to your work. Don't you agree? Well?
With a facility like this, he'd be able to produce all kinds of items. It'd be much better than some lousy reward money.
Lousy?
Mr. Rogue?
All right. We'll take the factory.
But I'm always broke.
So you really want to use my factory? I see. Then I'll bring it back up to speed as soon as possible, so that you will be able to utilize it.
It's a deal, Dr. Picacho. I'm so happy.
Now, I've been talking about the factory since the very start of this Let's Play. Surprise, we got the factory. Hey.
Steve. You seem to be doing very well, Steve. You have good friends by your side, and you look happy. I'm relieved to know you're doing so well. By the way, can I ask you a small favor? Would you mind contacting me once in a while to tell me about the things you see and do on your journey through the galaxy?
The things I see and do? Well, of course. But why?
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that, I don't know, I've been pretty lonely lately.
Is that all? All right. I'll definitely keep in touch with you and tell you all about our adventures then.
Oh, really? How excellent. I'm so glad. Thank you, Steve.
It's no trouble at all.
Well, then it's time for you to go. Until we meet again.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you for waiting. We sure took the long way around, but the Galaxy Corporation should be back online now. Let's go see.
We could do that, but there's about 20 other things that the game wants us to do right now, so we'll see if we get around to that. The factory can produce plenty of items. We can access it from the menu. We don't even need to be on a save point, which is very nice. You can talk to Dr. Picacho for information. And yeah, they're going to give us, the person next to him sells materials. We have a new shop. It's a very valuable shop. Something about a magical smelter. Lots of things are going to produce. What's this? One of the legendary 7-star swords can be made here. Yeah, the game's telling you to use it. In my initial playthrough as a kid, I did not use this at all. Not one damn thing. This and Insectron are both large time sinks, and I just didn't really have any interest in them, and they're completely unnecessary. You don't need to do any of them. I'm going to show off how to do all of it, but yeah, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. All right, let's talk to you. Magical smelter doesn't seem to be operating at the moment. Hasn't been used for so long. Get down to rebuilding it. Will he now? All right, shop time. He contains materials, primarily things that are going to be used in the factory. As you can see, he has a decent supply of things. Hey, look, those things. I'm going to buy all of them right now. The carbon alloys, how many of those did I need again? Carbon alloy, carbon alloy. I'm going to need 33 of them. 34 of them. I can count. Counting is easy. Yeah, we'll pick these up as well. And what else do I need to pick up? I know I had a long list of things. I'm actually going to move my my thing there, my notes, so that I can actually see them and see the screen at the same time. Let's see. So eventually we will need 23 of these, all for the factory. I'll pick up. I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to buy any of those. You don't need them for the flow. It's only for the factory. So we're not going to bother with that. Tachyon motors, we need 3 of these and we already have them, so we don't need to buy any. Mobius battery, we need 2 of these. We got one from that boss fight, so we're going to buy the other one. The pressure pumps, we need 3 of them, so we'll just buy the other 2 we need here. The super CPU, we need 4 of them in total, so we might as well... Did I make a note of this? I know I made notes in multiple places about what I'm going to do. Interesting. My notes say in one place that I need 4 of these, and in another place it says I need 2. I'm going to buy a second. I know in my notes it says that I only need 2 of them, and I only need 1 right now, so we can come back and buy these later. That's fine. 03 CPUs. Eventually we will need 11 of these for the flow and 3 for the factory, so I'm going to pick up a few extras of these for the moment. Nano memory, we're going to need 8 for the factory. They're unlimited, so we're just going to leave that alone. The space compressor, we need 2. We just got 1. So I am going to pick up the other one. I don't think I made any additional notes about not getting this. I didn't. I think I end up getting one of these anyway, so you probably don't need to pick it up. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. It doesn't really matter that much. Diamond, we can pick up some more of those. Rubies and lapis lazuli. I'm going to buy those for sure. Those I'm pretty good on. And the diamonds, I believe... Yeah, we need a lot of those over the course of the game, so I'm going to buy those. Flame God stones. Basically, we're going to buy 2 of those. Thunderstones. Yeah, we'll buy those. Probably won't need them. Snowcrest we'll buy. Electric eels we'll buy. Medusa's locks we'll buy. Queen Bee stinger we'll buy. Hellpot flame. I believe we are basically already maxed on them. I'm just going to leave them. Myriad branches we will buy. And yeah, so basically we come in here and we buy out half of his supply of things. And the other thing I want to pick up at this point, let's see here, is the iron cubes. We need 18 of these for the flow and 21 for the factory. And here we need 12 of these for the flow and 59 for the factory. They're unlimited, and I can always come back here later and pick them up. I'm also not going to do a lot of work on the factory right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to demonstrate it a little bit so that we can kind of see what it is. Blueprints. You'll see here that we have 2 of these. The magical smelter allows us to create, well, I guess a magical smelter. And it uses basically the 2 items we got from that boss fight. So let's set this up. And it's asking us if it wants to load a template. So we'll say yes. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the camera. We're going to go as wide out as possible and just kind of orient it so that it's kind of facing in a logical way. The assembler number 2, the way that this works is a little weird. I'm not going to go into a great amount of explanation on how this works just yet, but I am going to place a couple things that I need. And first I need to look at the blueprints again. What pieces do I need here? Okay. You know what? I'm going to scrub this. I was thinking I was going to do it now, but I don't have the notes set up in front of me to do this. I actually have them set up for later. I thought this was one that basically did itself. But anyway, if you come in here, we'll show all this stuff off later. In order for me to show how it works for one, I would have to show how it works for everything. And instead of doing that now and then not doing any more factory until later in the game, we'll just do everything later in the game. It doesn't matter if you do it now or if you do it later. So yeah, just select go back, halt the factory. We'll get into that much later. We don't need to worry about it right now. All right, so we've done that. What do you want? I guess we kind of figured. Now, since we've been able to clear out, I wouldn't say all the monsters because they're all still here. I did not want to talk to you. Thank you. After the loss of his son, he's a shell of his former self, but there are now going to be people all throughout the area. I am not going to go find them all to talk to them, but they are there if you so desire to do anything with that. We have access to the factory. We can come back here and fight the enemies at any time. If you are looking for the K units, the type Ks, then head into here and go back into this mainframe. The mainframe, don't get caught on walls. This room has a higher chance of running into them than anywhere else. There's nothing particular else in here. There's no treasure chests or anything like that. But if you want to fight those K units, run around here and you should be able to find them. In this case, I found a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Those are set up. I would like to change equipment onto something that can actually damage enemies. And then we'll use Flash Sword. Don't pick up the enemy, attack the enemy. Why are you all the way over there? There we go. I will take that. Very nice drops. How are we doing in terms of our clearance of the enemies around here? Looks like we need the type Ks, the green bolts, and the yellow bolts, just like in my test run. I'm probably going to abandon the rest of those for now. As you might have noticed, we haven't really had any great need of the points yet because we haven't really been able to do anything. Well, next time we'll actually be able to do something with them, and there'll be greater reason to get into that. Yeah, you gotta worry about those deadlines. But yeah, next time we are going to be doing, let's see, we're going to go back to the Galaxy Corporation, and we're going to talk to Mio. I might delay the next episode indefinitely so I don't have to talk to Mio. We'll see. Maybe. Anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.